At ease, brothers. I want to say something real quick, man. A lot of y'all don't have to outwit the devil. Giving a shout out to the late and great Napoleon Hill that wrote the book that we talk about quite often. A lot of y'all don't have to outwit the devil, man, because you're outwitting yourselves. You're outwitting your own vision, brothers. What do you mean, soul? You have to understand, man, that the whole objective of the game of manifestation, the whole objective of the game of bringing things that are in heaven down to earth, man, is simply fulfilling the mission. You know what I'm saying? In other words, when you put that energy out, when you put that prayer into the ether, when you put that energy into your higher side, when you go into meditation and create that world, the whole objective or step one is to fulfill the mission after that. Is to begin to match the frequencies as above. You know what I'm saying? As above and as below must match. And I'm telling you, a lot of people sabotage their own vision, sabotage their own missions by not fulfilling that. What do you mean, soul? Go a bit deeper, bro. I'm gonna tell you what I mean, brothers. You can't put a thing out and conduct yourself in a different manner. You can't put abundance out there. You can't put increase out there. You can't put getting that 3 to 5% pay raise out there and not govern yourself accordingly. Not conduct yourself as if it already is. In other words, you can't put that out there and walk around with your lip hanging low because you're sad because the bank account hasn't reflected the prayer yet. You can't do that, man. You must match energies. You can't pray for a 1% woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't pray for a certain caliber of woman to entertain if you're still doing things that you used to do, you know, as far as entertaining lower vibration women. You must match the frequency. You can't pray for understanding and mental clarity, but still entertain the same low vibrational Channel 5 news or low vibrational BET or whatever it is. You can't do both, man. So a lot of times, man, when things just don't come to be, is because we're outwitting ourselves. We're working against ourselves, man. And I'm gonna tell you one quick way to, I'll tell you one thing that I do personally, man, to get around this. One thing I do, man, like I'm always talking about walking in your I am. Now, when I say that, man, I really mean that in two ways. When I say walking in your I am, I mean that figuratively and I mean that physically. Figuratively meaning stay in that state. When you create that frequency, when you identify what that frequency should be, that as above, so below, lock into that state. I'm always referring to Neville Goddard's work in Resurrection, when Neville said if a man can pretty much hold that state, he can prophesy his future. So I mean hold that state when I say that, walk in that I am. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that I do, man, that helps me tremendously. I physically walk in my I am. I physically walk in my I am, meaning I would say 8 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10 before I go walk around the block, you know, or around the neighborhood, which is pretty much every day. I'll sit down in my chair for anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes and just lock into that state. I'll go into that mental space, man. I'll go into that mental world I created and just lock into that state. And when I walk out that front door, I'm ensuring that I walk in that frequency. Because I'll say this, man, like the person that you are before and after it manifests itself naturally is 2 different people. The whole objective of the game is to walk in that state before that thing shows its face. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about walking around the block, when I'm talking about walking in it physically, brother, I'm putting myself in that state of its already accomplished, and I'm walking around the block as him. As him. And all I'm doing is building a new hypnotic rhythm. You do that one day, it's a little odd. You do it 2 or 3 days, man. After 3 or 4 days, you start becoming him. And it's not about walking around the block at that point. It's like now you're actually praying. Now there's no real need for me to sit in this chair for several minutes or so many times per day, because I am him. I have become that thing. My thoughts, my behaviors, my actions are based on that upper frequency now. But all I'm saying tonight, man, is just be aware, man, that if you aren't matching those frequencies, man, like you don't have to outwit a devil. You're outwitting yourself. You're outwitting yourself, man. So just be reminded, man, that it's all about matching frequencies, bro. It's all about bringing your heaven upon your earth.